Hey, what's up everybody? In this video, I'm going to review RAWs at skill level 4, 5, and 6. Now I do have another video that covers RAWs at the lower skill level at skill level 1, 2, and 3. And in that video, I do go over some of the strategies that I use for RAWs as well as her stats. So if you're interested in seeing that, check it out in the description below or in the top right hand corner. I'll also link it at the very end as well, so you can always stay tuned till the very end and you'll be able to find that video there. But for this video, I will focus on skill level 4, 5, and 6, and there are two major differences between all three of the skill level. And it's very simple, it's just two things. It's going to be the skill range and also the amount of Tsums that's required to activate Roz's ability. But before I go any further, if you're enjoying this type of content where I review Tsums and show you the game demonstration, please consider subscribing to this channel and give this video a thumbs up. Okay, so let's talk about the three major differences. So between skill level 4 and 5, the difference is going to be the skill range. And this is going to be in reference to the vertical blast when Roz's ability is activated. And that's the only thing. It's not going to be in reference to the horizontal blast. It's only going to be that initial first blast when she closes the gate. The difference between skill level 5 and 6 is the amount of Tsums that's going to be required to activate her ability. Going from skill level 5, you'll require 19 copies cleared off the screen to only 17 at skill level 6, so it's a decrease of 2. And that actually makes a big difference. I know that 2 might not seem like it's a lot, but if you're using the spam button, you're spamming the ability at all times, that could mean 1 to 2 abilities additional per game. So depending on how you're playing, that could vary significantly. And with a vertical blast Tsum, that spamming the ability might not be a bad idea. So let me talk to you a little bit about strategy now. There's two ways of playing RAWs really. The first way is, I would say, like a very easy way and beginner friendly, and that's really make sure that the screen is full of Tsums before you activate Roz's ability. By doing that, you'll maximize the amount of Tsums that's on the screen, so both the bursts will have a lot of Tsums cleared. And the second thing you want to do is you want to get rid of the bubbles as much as possible. By doing that, you'll have more Tsums on the screen, very similar to the same reasons that I mentioned just earlier. But if you do want a more advanced strategy to use RAWs, what I actually recommend you to do is burst a bubble, or maybe even two or even all of the bubbles that you have on the screen right before you activate her ability. By doing that, you'll trigger all the Tsums to fall down from the coin count area as well as the score count area. And with the vertical blast, it's actually going to clear that area up there as well. So when you do that, you're actually going to maximize the amount of Tsums that you're going to clear off the screen. Okay, so now let me show you a side-by-side comparison of Roz's ability activated at the same time, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So let me slow this down so we can really analyze it. You have Roz coming out, and then she's going to slam the window on essentially us, I guess. And look at the skill range here. You'll notice that it's a little hard to see because the animation's in the way, but for skill level 4, the thickness of the amount of Tsums that's being cleared is roughly 3 columns to 2 columns. But when you look at skill level 6, it's clearly 3 to 4. And you'll see that reflected as I play this through. That skill level 4, I got a chain of 22. Skill level 5, I got a chain of 24. And skill level 6, I got a chain of 26. Now, these are just standard results if you're using the basic method that I mentioned earlier. But if you're using the advanced strategy that I mentioned where you're popping bubbles before you activate Roz's ability, then this second part is going to vary significantly. You could even get as much of a chain of 33 or above, depending on how many Tsums you clear off the screen right before you pop the bubble, and how many Tsums fall down when you activate Roz's ability after you clear off the bubbles. So that's all going to vary. And if you want to see a game demonstration of that, then just rewatch this video and focus on skill level 6 where I did a lot more of that strategy demonstrating that. So again, what you want to do is clear as many Tsums off the screen and pop 1 or 2 bubbles. One's at the minimum, you don't need to burst 2, and then activate Roz's ability. By doing that, you'll get a lot more chain. So definitely you'll be able to get more than 26. And then this second part, this horizontal clear, this part doesn't matter, and what I mean by doesn't matter is it's all going to be standard. So regardless if you have RAWs at skill level 1 or skill level 6, it's all going to be this thick. Whereas roughly 3, it's actually going to be 3 to 4 columns, depending on how well your Tsums are set up. So you'll see for me at skill level 6, there were some bubbles in the way. There's 2 bubbles that were in the way. So I wasn't able to get a clear 3 rows, but they all should be relatively similar. So as you see there, skill level 4, I got a chain of 19. Skill level 5, I got a chain of 22. But for skill level 6, I only got a chain of 21. So that just shows you that it doesn't matter what skill level you have her at. It's all going to vary. Now, overall, I don't think Roz is really worth your time and effort to try to get. Roz is not going to be great for coins and not really that great for score either, even at these higher skill level. So even at skill level 4 or even at skill level 6, I mean, it's going to earn you very little coins comparing it to how much you're going to have to spend to try to get Roz's skill level 6. If I wasn't making this video, I definitely wouldn't be investing in Roz, and that kind of makes sense because Roz is not a limited Tsum. So what that means is that you could get her in the premium box at any time, even after the event. So at skill level 4, I ended up with 2,112 coins. Skill level 5, I got 3,070 coins. At skill level 6, I got 3,369 coins. So nothing too impressive here. The amount of time and coins that you're going to have to spend to try to get Roz is not worth your trade-off. You're better off saving your coins or even just getting a premium box and hope that you get something else. So you might want to avoid trying to get Roz if you don't care about Comedian Mike or Charm Boot either. Like I mentioned in my other videos, it's best to save your coins this month. I think that there are going to be better Tsums that you can invest in. And looking at the score here, for skill level 4, I ended up with 5.8 million, skill level 5, 8.2, and skill level 6, 9.4. So even from a scoring perspective, Roz is not going to be great, and her ability isn't necessarily that amazing for missions either. So unless you need a Tsum for this month's missions, I wouldn't recommend you to try to get Roz. Comparing her coin earnings between all 6 of the skill level, you don't necessarily see a big jump. The increase is pretty consistent between all the skill levels, between skill level 1 through 6. There's a roughly 200 to 300 increase every single time you level her up. It does get a little more drastic between skill level 3 and skill level 4 though. But overall, I don't think that she's going to be worth your time, and the amount of coins that you're going to need to spend on her to get her to skill level 6 is just not worth it. So that's my review for Roz. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys are interested in seeing more Tsum Tsum content where I review Tsums, do monthly leaks, and sometimes I even go live stream to play the game together with whoever's watching, then please consider subscribing to this channel and give this video a thumbs up. And as always, thank you so much for watching.